Hi everybody, it's Abby Wilson, your favorite realtor, and I am coming to you because I just read something and I thought, OMG, I have to make sure that I share this with my friends and with my families, and what better way than on social media. I was reading a book with my team called The 10X Rule. 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. And today we are in chapter 17 and 18, and I just read something in a chapter called The Myth of Time Management that made me further research. And instead of telling you, let me read it to you. So the book says, every single person has 168 hours in a week. And based on a typical 40-hour work week, the average U.S. employee is only productive 37.5 of those 168 hours, 30 minutes for lunch each day. And it's pretty unlikely that most people actually work this entire 37.5 hours. In fact, the average individual spends 22.3% of his or her available time at work, 33.3% asleep, and then 16.6% in front of the TV or online. And those comparisons assume that the person spends 100% of his or her time at work actually working. So this book was written, I believe, in 2011. And when it was written, obviously, the stats were a little bit different. So I was like, I wonder what the stats are now in 2025. So obviously, I went to my friend, Chat. You might know him as ChatGPT. And I asked him, I said, hey, Chat, how productive are people today at work? And so you're going to be blown away by what it says. It says research suggests that the average worker is only productive for about 3 hours per day. Look, you can read it for yourself. It's right behind me. 3 hours per day out of a 40-hour work week. That means they're only productive for, what does that mean? Because it's 5 days times 3, 15 hours in a week. And yet they're working 40-hour weeks. Like, that's crazy. So then that triggered me to think about, like, well, what does the Lord say about what we're doing? What does the Lord say about the way we're supposed to approach, let's call it productivity, right? Maybe it's how do we approach those things that we've committed to? Those things we've told people we're passionate about, whether it's being a full-time mom, a full-time dad, and I should say just a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad, or is it to run a business, or is it to be an IT professional at a bank, or is it to be a teacher of middle school? So the Bible says in Colossians 3:23 that whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Guys, when you show up every day, you're showing up as though you're doing this for the Lord. And what the Lord wants you to do is to do things with excellence. So I'm asking you, are you showing up each day with excellence? Don't look at the successful and say, oh, I wish I had what they had. I wish I could do what they do. I wish I could say things the way they say things. Because guess what? God has anointed you too. And what he's also told us to do is show up. Show up as in excellence. Show up in a way that's going to set you apart. Something that a lot of coaches have told me in business is those who are successful are the ones that are willing to do the things that others won't do. And sometimes that means pushing past fear. Sometimes it's doing things that are uncomfortable. And I'm here to encourage you, do the things, show up, do things with excellence. And I promise you, you'll see breakthrough. I hope that this helps. Have an awesome day.